Alright, this video will take you through how to add images to your WeVideo projects, and I do want to show you one important thing as well. If you click on your Google Classroom and use this link that you used last time, I've been noticing that this is happening. So if you click on that, it's going to say you cannot join, which sounds like, oh no, I did something wrong. But I'm not sure exactly why this is, but there's some little glitch with our paid accounts that the district is paying for. I found that if you just say join with a different account, and then you just sign in with Google again, it will work again just fine. So it'll find your username and you'll be able to get back in. I just wanted to point that out because it is kind of a disconcerting message when you get that. But once you get inside, here's where I really recommend that you just create a bookmark. So if you can create a bookmark by clicking that star up here, you can just shorten it so it just says WeVideo. I like to do that. And click done. And now you'll have a bookmark in your bookmark bar that's just for WeVideo. And it'll take you here without landing on that page. But now, once you're finally here, you want to open up that project you've been working on. All of your recent projects will be right down in here. If you clicked on something else, you might need to click on projects, and then you'll see all of your projects that are here. But you can go ahead and click open or edit to get into them. Now inside you can see that I have finished up all of my text work, so I have all of the information from my planning sheet, all of my favorites and entertainments and everything there, and now I'm ready to start putting in some images. So I do want you to think a little bit about how you do your images. Some of these animations, like my very first animation here, this will just be the animation. There's no image that goes with it. And I actually want to point out, if you go to your images, if you go to images here, these are all the images that WeVideo has available. And just like you did in text, if you click see all, you can see a whole lot more. So this is in the people tab, lots of different people. But you can also search for things. So I'm going to just introduce my family with these slides. So there's going to be no image with my family, or when I introduce my cat. But as I get down to my interest, this is where I want to add images to the rest of my slides. So I say I love my hobby of wood turning. So now I need to go find an image that'll go with that. And this is what I need to explain to you. We're only using images from WeVideo. So if I put in something like wood turning, it'll say we can't find anything for this. Wood turning is just too unique. It's just not popular enough. It's not going to have an image that is exactly, maybe what I'm looking for here. But that's okay. It's the same thing as if I put in the Green Bay Packers. You're not going to get a picture of the Green Bay Packers helmet because that's a trademarked thing. They would need a license to have that image, and they don't. But that doesn't mean you can't add an image. So instead of putting in something with actual wood turning, I could just type in something like wood. And you can see I can get different images of wood, and this could be a really nice background. But even as I'm looking at them, I'm kind of thinking what I'd actually kind of like to do is trees. So I'm going to switch to trees. And now I can choose a nice forest for my slide here. So again, I'm just kind of looking through. I kind of like this one. Yep, I'm just going to go ahead and put that birch forest, and I'm going to put it in right with my slide that's talking about wood turning. I can play it here to see what it looks like. It's okay, but it runs a little bit too long. So if I click on this, I can hover over and trim it back so that it lasts just the same length as that the text that's going across there. And now I'm ready to go into my next. It says my family and I like to canoe. So now I'm going to find an image of a canoe. And again, I can search right up here again. I think I should be able to get a canoe. Yep, I can choose like a stylized version or a cartoon version. I kind of like this one out in nature, so I can look at it here. If you like it, you can drag it down. Again, I want to trim that so it lasts just as long as the text that I'm talking about. And I do want to show you, if you double click inside an image, you have a little bit of editing that you can do as well here. You can scale it up or down to make it bigger or smaller very easily. You can move it around if that makes sense for you. It does even have the option to rotate it. You could flip them around. That doesn't always make sense, but it might. And you can even flip it back and forth too. So I could have the canoe on one side or have the canoe on the other with that flip. Yeah, I think those are most of the edits that you might want to have. I'm just going to kind of fit that into the space that I have. I just want the canoe up a little bit. So I'm going to make it a little bigger and then bring the canoe up. There. When you're happy, again, click Done, and you're ready to keep working. Remember, you do want to have images for most, if not all, of your interests and things like that. Have fun adding more images. Remember, we'll come back to add transitions and audio. We're still working.